Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's topic is letting go in order to grow. So if you're someone that's feeling stuck and wondering why you're not able to move your life, your business, your career, whatever it is in the direction that you need to go, could it be that you're holding on to some things, some habits or behaviors, and it's time to let go? Let's get into it. You are now tuned into the Selflessly Selfish podcast, where best practices are shared to help you improve self-care and live a balanced life of joy, love, and abundance. I am your host, profoundly unforgettable, the resource you seek, Master Life Coach Teresa Webb, here to encourage, motivate, edify, and inspire you to become the best version of yourself. Welcome back, those of you that are returning, and welcome those of you that are joining me for the first time. Thank you for allowing me in your space today. Those of you that are listening via Apple Podcasts or Spotify, thank you as well. Today is episode 9, and we are going to be discussing letting go in order to grow. So if you are someone that are feeling stuck, like you are not able to move your business, your career, if you're not able to do the things that you need to do and move your life in the direction that it needs to go, could it be that you are holding on to some things, habits, or behaviors, and it's time to let go? I remember when I first started out, I knew what it was that I wanted to do, but I lacked the ability, or I lacked the materials, the resources to execute it. And therefore, I was just stuck spinning my wheels. Nothing was moving, nothing was growing. And I started to question myself if this was really something that, I was called to do, if I was walking in my purpose, if I was in alignment with what I was called to do. I felt like I really just started to question the whole career path. And I knew that I wanted to help people. I knew that I had some valuable knowledge that I could share with others, things that had helped me. I just didn't know how I was going to go about providing it. And deciding to take the role or the path of becoming a life coach, and then, months later, year later, master life coach, it kind of gave me a better perspective, a better direction, but I still wasn't quite there yet. Now that I knew what the actual role was, how was I going to actually pull this off? What was it? Something was still missing. Something was missing. I wasn't getting the calls or the bookings or how I had in the beginning when I first started. It's like things had tapered off. So it's like, what was it that I needed to do? Months had passed and there was no work coming in. So now I'm feeling like, maybe I need to just do something else. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. Pivot versus shift. Now, those of you that are still here with me, I want to thank you for allowing me in your space. And not only that, invite you to purchase my new ebook, if you haven't already done so, Letting Go, 8 Keys to Self-Care and a Joy-Filled Life. So not only will you learn how to let go, but you will also understand the steps that I had to take in order to allow me to move my life in the direction that it needed to go. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Click the bell so that you will be notified when there's new episodes uploaded, and I look forward to seeing you on the next podcast. Stay hopeful and take action. Pivot is when you're locked in. You know what it is you're doing. You're just trying to figure out how you're going to do it, because you're looking at your resources. You're looking at your knowledge. You're looking at how far you've come. And you just need to now decide which direction that you're going to take. But you're locked in. You know that this is what you were called to do. So now, shifting is when you're going to actually be required to move. You're going to move because now you've been doing this for a long time and there has been no traction. Nothing is happening. Nothing is working. So now what you're going to do is you're going to shift. And shift could necessarily mean maybe that's not working for you. right now. But what other ways can you contribute? What other ways that you could share your knowledge? I discovered that after starting the business, everything had tapered off and it became pretty slow. So I had to shift because now I'm thinking, if the bookings aren't coming in, if the sessions aren't picking up, what other way can I contribute? What other way can I share my knowledge, share my wisdom, my expertise with everyone else? How can I contribute? So now you have the Selflessly Selfish podcast, and it allows me to still share my knowledge and wisdom of how to move forward, how I was able to move forward. And that took time. I had to really look at myself and be honest and acknowledge where I was at. Where I was at. I had to release, I had to let go of the limited beliefs, let go of the idea that this was not for me, because I knew that I had something to share. I knew that I had something that I wanted to give back. I had to let go of the idea that it was too hard or it wasn't going to work. I just had to find a way to make it my own. You have to find a way to make it your own. Know that this is what you are called to do. Let go of the limited beliefs and decide if you need to pivot or if you're going to shift. And the only way that I could come to that conclusion is I had to be honest with myself and take a serious look at where I was at and what I needed to best serve myself as well as others. And that's what you can do. That's what you can do. Take some time to really look and assess where you're at right now. If it's your business, if it's your career, if you're writing, if you're producing, if whatever it is, even on your job, whatever it is that you're doing right now, if you're focused on trying to build healthy relationships, if you're trying to move on from a bad relationship, everything is going to require you to take a look at self and be honest and assess where you're at right now. And once you determine where you're at right now, then you can make the decision if it's time to pivot or if it's time to shift. And either way, a move, a decision must be made. A decision that's going to allow you to move in the direction that you need to go and make consistent progress. And that's what you're going to need. That's the decision that you are going to make. That's the decision that I had to make. And I'm not telling you something that I read about, that I Googled, that I went to someone else and heard them share. I'm telling you what I experienced from my own life experience. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all because, again, you begin to question everything about the decision that you made. You begin to question if you really know what's best for you. And I'm going to tell you that you know. It's that thing that just won't go away, that keeps knocking. You know that you've been called. You know that you've been given something special that no one else possesses. So don't allow yourself to overthink. I was an overthinker, really, 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 really bad. I would spend so much time overthinking things and that I talked myself out of what it is that I was supposed to do. And that move that I needed to make was the actual move that allowed me to shift in the direction that I needed to go. So don't overthink it. Take some time, look at where you're at, be honest with yourself, make an honest assessment, write down some things, what worked, what didn't work. What was it about where you were at that was not working? What is it that you were doing at that time? And then sometimes you may have to reach out to someone to get advice. You may have to find someone, such as myself, What were some of the signs that allowed me to know that it was time to shift? I lacked the enthusiasm that I once did. And so therefore I wasn't putting as much time and effort into the content that I needed. I started to feel as though I wasn't being effective with my time. I wasn't being impactful, and I wanted to do something that made me feel good again. And that's what it was. I wasn't feeling good. I didn't have that joy. So I had to decide, what was it that could bring back that good feeling that I was actually doing something that was impactful. And that's what you can do. That's what you can do. What is it? What is it that's going to bring you that joy? What is it that's going to allow you to be most impactful, to share the gift that you have? So don't be afraid to let go. Don't be afraid to release those limited beliefs, to let go of anything that is no longer serving the purpose, that's no longer allowing you to move in the direction that you need to go. And a lot of times we've been given signs that it's time to move on. We've been given signs that it's time to shift, and yet we still want to hold on. Why is that? Why is it that we want to hold on to something that we know serves no purpose? It's bringing no benefit to our lives. And it's because we've gotten comfortable. We allowed ourselves to get complacent. And I'm telling you today to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Step outside of the box. Let go and see exactly what you have on the inside. Let that thing go. Let that thing go that's holding you back, that's causing you to not become the best version of yourself. You got this. You can do it. Be patient with yourself. Allow space for grace. Also, check out, if you haven't already done so, an episode that I've already recorded. Very good. And it's called Letting Go. And you're releasing the fear of letting go. And I talk about the reason that we're holding on is because we fear that thing of the unknown, because we don't know what's on the other side of letting go. And I'm going to tell you what helped me. The concept of, if it has been done, that means it can be done. I needed to find a way to make it my own. And you'll need to do the same. Find a way to make it your own. And once you do, then you're going to lock in and you're going to build on top of that. You're going to build. You're going to continue to gain the knowledge, because the more you do it, I believe the more comfortable you'll become in that area and allow yourself to become more effective as well. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for allowing me in your space today. Those of you that have not already done so, please remember to click the subscribe button and the bell so that you will be notified when there's new episodes uploaded. Thank you again for your time today and allowing me in your space. Those of you that are watching via YouTube and those of you listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, I appreciate you. Thank you for allowing me in your space today. Know that you are worthy of all the good that is in store and waiting for you. Remember to stay hopeful and take action.